Welcome to the webinar team. 1 month profit now, guys, $157,358.07. Once again, folks, that's $157,358.07 in the past month. Top returning asset has been Ethereum. You can buy that with your stock account today with ETHE. It's a great way to get a proxy exposure, folks, to the fastest growing technology on planet Earth today. Okay. With that portfolio, folks, we've been able to make a $98,602.42 profit in just over a month with that position. Not too bad. Okay, the high risk portfolio, guys, okay, is now sitting at 347.11% this year. Okay, so that's our year to date return, 347.11% in just 10 months. That turns every $100,000 invested into $347,110 in 10 months. Not too bad, folks. That puts you in the 0.1 percentile of income earners in the world. Pretty neat. And it literally will take you 20 minutes to follow our system. Now, we're not day trading, guys. We're not swing trading. We're getting good assets. We're hedging risk. And we're making a lot of money doing it. All right, our top performing position over the past 10 months, that has been ETHE. And it's neat because you've probably seen these videos before. You may have seen NRGU up on here. But you know what's so cool, guys? These assets fight for who is going to make us the most money in the current environment. And boy, ETHE being up 287.50% has been a phenomenal opportunity for our clients, literally making our clients millions of dollars. Okay. Once again, what is Ethereum? Well, I'm going to start by saying it is the fastest growing technology on planet Earth today. And your tax deferred accounts, guys, such as your 401ks, your IRAs, you can buy this ticker ETHE today, get that proxy exposure to it so you can get that into your 401ks, your IRAs, into those accounts today, right? You absolutely want to own this before it goes up 20 to 30 times over the next decade. And I think if you give it 2 to 3 decades, well, you're going to see some factors that are just going to blow your mind. Okay. So position in now, guys. Don't wait. We're going to show you exactly how to do that before the end of the portfolio. Okay, so time it took to follow our 250% plus ROI portfolio in 2021. And really, folks, as you saw, right, that's actually a lot higher now. Our total ROI is 347.11%. This is the best part, guys. It's taken our clients less than 20 minutes this year to replicate what we're doing. Simple. We only made 6 changes to this portfolio, guys, throughout the first 10 months of the year here. So extremely little work, lots of growth of your capital. Okay, my goal is to make you money with this portfolio during your one-time free trial. This is how we've brought in more than 1,000 clients into our client base currently. Okay, now we're not a massive investment bank like JP Morgan, so we actually limit the number of investors that we work with each day. So there's only 3 spots per day. So before the webinar is over today, we'll be giving out 3 $15,000 discounts to the first 3 clients that can work with us. So stay tuned for that special savings and another bonus I'll reveal later. Okay. And now, just for good measure too, folks, I'm going to go ahead and type in that message into the chat box too, just so we do make sure that that is really, really clear. I do have some people that get upset from time to time once we fill out our spots for the day that they can't get in right then and there. But when you guys are ready, you can call me directly to get in. Okay. Or if you're in the webinar now, folks, and you'd like to get one of those spots before the end of the webinar, send me a text, guys, and I'll send you the sign up link so you can start working with us. Okay. We will reveal that extra bonus later today, guys. And quick teaser on that. It's actually going to be a one-on-one conversation with our chief investment officer, the guy that's at the helm of producing this 347% profitable portfolio this year. All right. So this far, our top performing trial student made $97,000 during his free trial in March of 2020, while the stock market crashed over 35%. Okay. So here's the email that Ron sent me. And you folks can see in the bottom right-hand corner here, you can see exactly what his profit was. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in on that so y'all can see it. He made $97,019.89. Once again, during the biggest stock market meltdown on a percentage basis, that same week as we saw since 1929. So as everyone else is getting hammered in the market from the stock sell-off, our guy Ron up in Wisconsin made $97,000. Not too bad. Okay. How did he do it? With the defensive side of his portfolio. Now, this is still my favorite email to date that I got from Donald Dickey. Super, super cool guy. So this is Donald. Okay. This is so you guys can see the timestamp and the exact time he sent me that email. That was March 16th of 2020. Now, why is March 16th important? Okay, historically speaking, when it comes to the US stock market or the US equities market, as I prefer to say, just a lot of people don't know that term. Okay, so the S&P 500, folks, on March 16th, okay, literally at its worst point, lost 14%. That day, there was almost $1 trillion in value that evaporated from the United States of America markets. Okay, 14%, guys. The S&P 500 is down, but Don is sitting here writing me this email, and he said, "Dean, today is my first time in my years of trading that I topped $100,000 profit in one day. Thanks, Portfolio Builder. Sure beats the dividend stock program. Glad you showed me the correct way." Okay, so it's important to know too, guys. Don was actually a client, and so he wasn't just on the free trial. He's actually a client of ours. They made $100,000 profit in one day. The same exact day, guys, the S&P 500 sold off 14%. So you're probably asking yourself, well, what in the world are you guys using for defense? Okay, and you may have heard the word risk parity before, folks, but we're going to really explain what that is to you. Now, you'll probably want a refresher on what our clients have to say in track records before you test this out today. So let's go ahead and do that. And so, guys, I'm going to have you call Jeff Olson directly. He was actually in his bowling league. Okay, so he wasn't able to join us here today. But you can actually call him at this number. Okay, 720-413-0783. Jeff is now up a stunning 122% since he started working with us last year. Okay, seriously, call him and say, Jeff, did you really make 122% since April of 2020 working with Portfolio Builder and following their portfolios? Okay, so really cool, guys. Just something to think about there. Okay, so not 80%, and we'll have to change that. Really cool that Jeff's been able to make 122% return. And literally, guys, I don't know what better of a third party reference to give you than one of my clients' phone numbers. So call him. Okay, his number is 720-413-0783, and just say, hey, Jeff, I was on the Portfolio Builder webinar this morning, and these guys said that they've been able to help you make 122%. Is that real? So literally, guys, once again, call Jeff, ask him that exact question. Okay, I challenge you to do that today. Okay, so welcome to Portfolio Builder, folks. And hi, I'm Dean. Welcome to the investing webinar. I really appreciate your time to join us here today, folks. Okay, save my personal mobile number to your phone now. Okay, that number is 505-322-7515. So folks, that's the number you call with any questions about our portfolios, why Ethereum's going to be the best investment over the next decade, 2 decades, okay, the next year, you name it, guys. I'll be happy to walk you through anything. Okay, I'd be happy to help you on to our client team. Really love helping people with their portfolios. So many people are so incredibly misallocated, and they don't even realize it until we talk. So I look forward with that conversation with you all. My number once again is 505-322-7515. Hey, maybe you just have 25 grand or $250,000 laying around that's just been dying in the cash fire, folks, well, we'll help you put it to work and start making money from that money instead of letting it die and get less valuable by the day. Okay, we're all here today to get portfolios built out live. We give you the portfolio to try free. Total number of positions in the portfolio today, 4, guys. It's 4 assets. It's super simple. You only have to buy 4 tickers. It's really, really simple. Okay. So what do you need to join our winning team? It's important, and you probably ask yourself this question as well. Okay. So you're gonna need 4 things, guys. Number 1, you're gonna need a brokerage account. Okay. So TD Ameritrade, Schwab, Fidelity, Interactive Brokers, Trade Station, it doesn't matter who the broker is, guys. Just as long as you have a broker that you have money in with, that way you can follow and replicate our positions. Okay. Our clients are using their IRAs, 401ks, and individual accounts to grow with us. And the coolest thing, guys, about the way my company works compared to a financial advisor or a mutual fund, is it's really cool, guys. You can use all your accounts with one flat fee. And boy, do we just smoke any mutual fund that exists in the US markets. Okay. And advisor. Okay. Number 2, guys, you're going to need a cell phone for text message and email trade alerts. Okay. Those, anytime we make a change, we send you a text. Do the same with your portfolio. Now, once again, we've only had 6 of those changes this year, guys. So there's not a lot of time or work involved. Okay. You're also going to need the ability to take 1 hour a year to follow our positions in your brokerage account. Okay. And the other cool thing is, guys, you're going to have a full 1-day trading replication window to make any changes to your portfolio. So even if you're flying across the Atlantic, you're going to Europe or something, and that text message goes off while you're in the air, guys, it doesn't matter. Just place the trade when you have time the next day. It really doesn't matter. And it's so cool, folks, because we actually have clients in 19 countries around the world outside of the United States of America. I actually have clients in Asia that are using 7 figures behind us. They get their trade alerts when they're sleeping, but they know our portfolios are going to have as much protection as we need at all points in time, so they don't care. And they know how our assets are counterbalanced against one another, okay? And they're comfortable with that, okay? And it's really cool, guys. The next thing you need is just the ability to read text and email. But if you're in this webinar, well, you probably already have that capability. Okay. So really simple, but it really important to cover too. So before we get you those track records and client reviews, let's help you understand one more major aspect of what we do. Okay, it's risk parity. What makes the portfolio crash proof? Okay, folks, that is our insurance. Okay, and so it's really, really cool. You don't have to have a ton of it, guys. Okay, but what makes the portfolio crash proof today? Okay, guys, the ticker is UVXY. All you need to understand, guys, it's a volatility hedge. Okay, when the stock market crashes, well, this asset skyrockets when the market crashes. Real simple. Okay, and this asset UVXY, I call it our insurance policy. Okay, this asset, folks, also in that crash that we had last year in March, 35% downward pressure move in the span of 3 weeks, that rocketed this position up. Okay, an incredible, guys, 1,187%. Seriously, that's 1,000%. Just shy of actually 1,200%, obviously. Right, guys? It did that in 4 weeks. What a move that is, huh? 4 weeks. While the S&P 500 sold off 35%. So if you just have a small portion in your portfolio that on the defensive side, guys, we can still get you really good gains and do it safely. Okay. So counterbalancing asset alongside asset risk. Okay. Having a plan, being defensive, and having an insurance policy is going to allow you to sleep like an absolute baby at night when you build out our portfolios. All right. Never heard of an insurance position in a portfolio? Most haven't before meeting us, and you're not alone. Now it's time to help you understand defense and what we use for insurance. And we just touched on that a little bit. Now, I want to also touch on this, folks. With a lot of the people I speak with that are, either in retirement or nearing retirement, or just want to be, safer with how they invest their money instead of just randomly buying Tesla and hoping that it's, going to be the best performing stock for the next decade, right? Um, I ask people a lot, well, hey, that's great on your long side. What are you doing for your defensive side of your portfolio? And a lot of people say, oh, Dean, I have gold. Not helping your portfolios as far as the protection. Or they'll say, hey, Dean, I have bonds. Well, bonds don't work right now. Some of them are like, oh, Dean, well, I'm in a mutual fund. They do all that for me, right? Nope. Okay. And some people say, oh, I just hold cash, or I go to a money market. Well, so why don't those assets work in today's current environment? So at times of quantitative easing, gold and bonds work great to hedge risk and to balance the long side exposure. But during quantitative easing, they're actually an incredibly bearish position. And I can't tell you how many people I talk to that are so overweight in gold, and they don't understand that gold is being replaced by Bitcoin with digital gold, right? And that's coming at an alarming clip. So if you have a huge position in gold, well, owner beware, and you're in for more pain for the next year as well. Okay, so you don't want to be long gold because quantitative easing. You don't want to be long bonds because quantitative easing. The Fed has changed how the financial system operates, folks. Okay. Now, once again, why doesn't mutual funds, being in a mutual fund, work? Well, guess what? Because they're still using bonds because they're so massive. Okay. Cash, being in cash, guys, or in a money market, well, cash is losing about 10 to 15% of its value every year. So I don't know about you, but that's not something I want to do. All right. So what's the number one unknown risk to U.S. investors today? Guys, that is cash in your account. As Ray Dalio has very famously said, cash is trash. And in fact, cash values, so this is the godfather of risk parity. Okay. So if you hear Ray Dalio, really smart guy, he's the guy that literally invented the investment philosophy called risk parity that he's used to return $150 billion for his clients. Okay. He is the most successful hedge fund manager to ever walk on planet Earth. Okay. Really smart and just really cool, guys. He actually got his start hedging long side risk, okay, for McDonald's. Pretty neat. He literally helped launch the chicken McNugget that we've all seen, and we all drive by a McDonald's, heck, maybe even every day, depending on where you live, right? Or for me, I went to the beach this weekend and saw 20 of them. But he actually, guys, literally helped McDonald's launch the chicken McNugget because of risk parity. And what he did, guys, was counterbalance that risk that was the price of chicken, right? Because you can basically insulate it and make sure it's something that's not going to jump around on you a lot. Well, guess what, guys? Risk parity is the reason that every single billionaire on the planet invests the way they do today. Why? Because they can safely grow money. Okay. And I love this quote, guys. Cash is trash. Okay. Ray Dalio said that. Now, I'm going to also, just because this is his quote, not mine. Okay. I just love this quote, though, because it's so true. And so many people are so clueless as to how incredibly impactful this will be to the end of your life if you're smart. Okay. So if we look at the last 93 years, okay, so we're going to go 93 years that we're looking at, guys. Okay. Cash has lost literally, okay, 99% of its value. So it's over 93 years. Cash has lost over 93 years, it's lost 99% of its value. Now, you probably heard Warren Buffett say, I think the best place you could put a lot of your money is in the S&P 500. I agree with him. The S&P 500, folks, in that same 93 years is up over 17,500%. Okay. And I've, been extremely fortunate to have my first multi-1,000% investment. Okay. Return. It's killer. And I'm just getting started, guys. I'm 30. I just turned 37. By the time that asset's in my 47s, I think I'm going to have a 5-digit number to report. And heck, before the end of my life, it might be a 6-digit, and it's on a percentage return basis, guys. Okay. So cash is trash and assets are king, right? So if you have some extra cash laying around, maybe you have 50 grand sitting in one bank account you haven't used for the past 6 years and it's just dying in value every year. Guys, go put that money to work for yourself. Maybe you're an option trader and you have, $700,000 of your account in cash today because you only use 10% or 5% of your trading capital because you do options. Guys, put that money to work behind what we're doing. Okay. Because that cash is just going to go backwards on you constantly. Okay. It literally has dropped 99% of its value in the past 93 years, while the S&P 500's rocketed up 17,500%. Why do you think the richest people on the planet have 99% of their net worth in the stock market? Well, it's because they're not stupid. Okay. Now, did you know your cash is burning up sitting in your brokerage bank account? Well, why? The Federal Reserve is printing money at the fastest pace in U.S. history. So when they do that, folks, the value of our hard-earned dollars evaporates at an extremely, extremely fast pace. So you can leave your hard-earned money in the fire. You can learn to invest it safely today. Okay. Now, guys, so thank you for that. And what we're going to do too, folks, is teach you one more rule. So these are the two most successful investing legends on planet Earth. Ray Dalio, he invented risk parity. Warren Buffett, as of today, he's the most successful investor, monetarily speaking, that's lived. But I'll tell you, and I think this is an incredible compliment to Ray Dalio, is Warren Buffett now runs risk parity strategies from learning what Ray Dalio does. So it's kind of cool. A lot of people don't know that. Now, there's a lot of people ask me too, well, Dean, why do you guys have the defensive side in place? Well, we follow Warren Buffett's number one rule. Never lose money. Okay, this is the core basis of our philosophy, folks. Rule number 2, well, simply don't forget rule number 1. What do you learn the first day you go work on the equity side of Berkshire Hathaway? These 2 rules. First thing you learn. Okay, pretty cool. Great rules to live by. Why do we have that insurance policy in place, guys? Well, see rule number 1 and rule number 2. All right. So very, very good. So we love to sleep like babies at night, knowing we're using risk management to protect our hard-earned nest eggs. Proper risk management provides consistency and reduces stress. Many non-billionaire investors don't understand hedging risk, aka long positions. However, this is what helps our investors sleep like babies at night. In fact, some of our biggest gains have been delivered by existing hedge funds by existing hedging for massive profits when the stock market tanks. Okay, let's review some proof from our clients together. We'll also take a look at our track record. All right, guys. So let's go look at some proof. So now what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to go to our testimonials page on our website. And if you're watching the YouTube video, you can go to portfoliobuilder.io/testimonials. It'll take you over to this page. Okay, pretty cool. I actually spoke with Philip today. And so I'm gonna use Philip as my example today. He just added another $80,000 to our portfolio structures, to our most aggressive strategy, which I'm going to be giving you guys as well. So I'm going to go ahead and play his testimonial really quick.
Can you hear me, Jay?
Yes, sir. How's it going, Philip?
Going very well, thank you. Enjoying the market. I thought I mentioned that I'm up 18,000 or 25% since I started.
Way to go. Great job.
Can't complain. Thanks
Better
for
than
the
a sharp stick in the eye, huh?
I hate it when this happens. Yeah, very excited.
Excellent. Or
Very cool. So that's one. Philip's a pilot. Really nice guy. I'm gonna play Murray's too. Murray actually has 7 figures behind us.
Well, I think the system has really proven itself today and right this week with the ability to make some money while everything's crashing. I'm very impressed with this. Proves the system that you're operating.
Very good. Now, play one more too, guys, so you can actually hear one of the guys that was bragging about how much personally he'd made that day. This on March 16th again. Mark, how much are you up today, bud?
I'm up 83,000 today.
Yeah, baby.
And that's on top of 39 yesterday.
Woohoo!
35 yesterday.
Awesome.
Yeah. Hey, thank you. Because I would not be in this positions if it weren't for you. I'd probably be losing money today.
I love it, Mark. Well, hey, bud, I told you we're gonna take the thrill out of the market for you. Well, so we told Mark we're gonna take the thrill out of the market. We're gonna help him sleep like a baby at night. So pretty cool to see him benefit from that. Okay, and as Don, guys, as you just saw his email earlier, he made over 100 grand that day. So pretty cool. I'm gonna play one more, guys, and then we're gonna help you guys get some portfolios built out.
What this is achieving for me in terms of my goals long term is the consistent growth that we're seeing each week, the simplicity of it, and then the confidence that I have in looking at your track record. It's something that we publish every day. I went through my own daily performance tying out to what you had. And then the biggest piece of it is the macro view that you provide, which not only makes me happy just because I'm really interested in the financial markets, but it also gives me the confidence in the long-term strategy of what this program offers, and knowing that you don't have a single strategy that you're adapting to market dynamics. I mean, there's a very specific global position that you have right now, and you lay out long-term and short-term visions for how that could change. So I know that this program not only has a proven track record, but it's also dynamic in terms of what future positions will change. So this is the only program I've been involved in that I see as something that will meet my needs for now and years to come.
So pretty cool. That was Scotty. He's up in New York. So very good. And I just want to play those for you real quick. And once again, folks, you can go to portfoliobuilder.io/testimonials to see those work for you. All right. So what we're going to do here now, guys, is take a look at some portfolios. Okay, help you guys get built out. All right. So you guys can save my number now. John, if you want, bud, go ahead and unmute your microphone and let's have you share what you've made, and how much you've invested since you've jumped on with our team. And I know a lot of things have changed for you, kind of financially, but would love to hear what your profits look like and what that's done for you and for your wife. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and bring on John Johnson. Okay. He is now an employee of Portfolio Builder as well. Pretty cool. He was working 27 years with a distribution company in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and has recently switched over to our team and helping full time with us. John, what do your profits look like, bud?
Yeah, I just checked it out while ago. I'm up 11.5%. Just positioned in on the 13th, so just a little bit over. I guess it's 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks.
Nice.
So not too bad.
11.5.
Actually outstanding because when I left my previous employer, the 401k I was in, so that would have been through the 1st of September, so 8 months. It was up 13%, and right now sitting at 11.5 in just 3 weeks. So quite an improvement on what I previously had.
Nice. Yeah, just 10x better, John.
Yeah,
just
Yeah.
10x better. I love it, bud.
yeah, it's
Very, very
great,
cool.
and then it's been great being here helping people. The number one thing that I hear is, are you afraid that the market's going to crash in the next few months? That's top of people's minds right now. And then, but like you alluded to, the UVXY, we have the hedging that's going to protect us. So it's nice seeing your account go up and not be worried about the downsides.
Awesome. Yep. Very cool, John. Well, hey, keep doing a great job. And guys, if you have less than $500,000 today, give John a call. Okay. He'll help you, understand any questions you have, help look through your portfolio, see what, you may want to think about getting rid of, and replacing it with instead. Okay. So give John a call, guys. His number is 505-610-1334. If you have less than $1 million or less than $500,000 to invest. Okay. He's going to be your go-to person. Now, also, guys, I'm going to give you my number again too, right? So if you have more than $500,000, okay, call me to grab one of the lifetime saving passes as well. You'll save 15 grand, guys. And my number's on the screen there. It's 505-322-7515. So if you have under $500,000, call John. Okay, 505-610-1334. If you have over $500,000, guys, give me a call, 505-322-7515. Okay, so let's go get some portfolios built out, guys. This is how we're able to help you make some money during your free trial. So what we're going to do here, guys, is take a look at our position calculator, okay, which you guys will actually have access to this. Once you're a client, you'll be able to type in your numbers. Okay, now you don't get access to this on your free trial, but what we're going to do, guys, is actually type in some numbers for you here. Okay, so you can build out these portfolios starting today. Okay, and Edgar, if you have your microphone, bud, if you'd like to, if like to open up your microphone and say hello to the crowd, let people know what your total profits have looked like, how long you've been working with us, why you have 7 figures invested behind us, but it'd be greatly appreciated. So Edgar, if you're out there, buddy, you have your mic, please feel free to unmute it and say hello to the crowd.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, how's it going? Loud and clear, bud.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well today. Market is beautiful today. As Jason predicted it, once that infrastructure passed, we were going to see a bit of a melt up, and once the other packages, get approved, if they do, then this thing is just going to go up like a rocket, and we are just actually fronting all these news out there, and whatever the Senate we're going to do eventually in the next week. So my portfolio is actually doing very, very well, Dean, as you know. I've invested 7 figures in the portfolios. Mainly, the majority of my investment is in the Safe Grow Pro plus high risk on the 80-20 split. And I'd say that my average time would be July, because I started building this portfolio in May, June, July, and I finish it up, the 25%, the last 25%, I finish it up in August. So I'll take an average of those 4 months, and I'll say that from July till November 8th today, right, November 8th, which is today, that 7 figures is actually around 30.8%. Okay, so we're talking about, yeah, and if we put that in perspective, money amount, which sometimes I don't like to go that way because people get distracted by the amount, and I actually want to share percentage. But just for the folks that are here, on my 7-figure investment, I'm up $388,000 in what, let's say 4 months. Okay, that's taking July, not the last month when I actually finished building up this portfolio. So 388,000 in the 7-figure investment. And that's just on that. If I go also to the Safe Alpha, which I put that to work a little bit earlier than the split, the 80-20 split that I just mentioned, That one is up about 20%.
Phew, killer, Edgar. Killer. So,
If you add to that 388, you can add 20,000 because my
wow.
investment was 100,000 on the SA Alpha. So I've
Cool.
crossed within these two portfolios, I've crossed the $400,000 in profits.
That's so awesome,
And
Edgar.
yeah, and
So,
as Jason has been saying, we're just starting here. So if those packages get approved, the um, the Build Back Better package, and they actually kick the can further down into next year on the debt ceiling, boy, oh boy, this market is just going to melt up, and then you know what's going to happen to Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So
oh
it's
yeah,
better for the folks who get in right now because they're going to miss the boat.
seriously, that's like I keep telling people, they're like, "Hey, Dean, should I wait until the year's over?" And I'm like, "Yeah, if you want to miss the easiest 10 to 20% you'll ever miss out on in your life, sure, wait. I don't
Right.
want to do that."
And
you know,
yeah, yeah, something interesting that John mentioned earlier is that people are scared that the market is going to crash, right? I've talked to a lot of people and they tell me the same thing, but I tell them, okay, so just keep in there, and then the market keeps melting up. So when are you going to get back in, or when are you going to get in? Actually, if you keep waiting for the market to crash, us in portfolio building, we don't care because we have an insurance, which you have talked about, and John also touched base on it, that will protect us if the market crash. We don't care. You won't hear these anywhere else. That people will tell you if the market crash, we don't care.
right?
No, nobody will say that because they don't know what they're doing. But we know what we're doing because our CIO is an awesome guy and he knows what he's putting in front of us and in front of the people that want to invest.
Yep. Yeah, how cool, Edgar. I love it, bud. Well, hey, great job, Edgar. You're that officially puts you in the 0.1 percentile for for capital growth that you've been able to experience this year, man. So great job on that, Edgar. So glad we connected
Well,
when we
thanks to you
did.
guys.
And hey,
Yeah, thanks to you guys.
and so Edgar, as far as like for what you paid for the fee compared to the total growth, would you say it was worth the money?
Ah, boy, look at that profit that you just wrote that in there. So we're talking
Right.
about that I've already made what, 6 figures there, kind of thing.
Yep.
And my investment was what, man, nothing compared. I don't know. My investment, guys, was just nothing compared to the amount of profit that I've gotten so far. I mean, it was, I don't know how to say. I mean, it was just so small. I mean, just take two figures out of that. Just take the 40, just scratch the 40 out, and then
Right.
just put a number in there. And that's how much I pay, which is nothing.
Yep. How cool,
So
Edgar. And really, what do you think? Like on the money's cool, right? Making the 400K is cool, but what do you think your confidence is in what you're doing today compared to before you met us, and putting all that capital behind us? What would you, what does that evolution look like, bud?
yeah, so I started, looking at you guys, and I did my due diligence as I mentioned before. I did not, go in all with my money. I actually did a lot of due diligence. I did a lot of research about portfolio builder, who you were, what were you putting in front of us, the ETFs that you were picking, and all that. I did a lot of an extensive research, and I was convinced. I said, no, these guys are the real deal. That's what I need. I need these because I need to put my 401k that I was transitioning over from a 500 Fortune company that I worked for 25 years. So I said, that's a lot of money that I earned over the years in my 401k investing, step by step and taking advantage of the money growth, right? The compounding interest. And I needed a safe place to put it to work. And when I found you guys and I finished my due diligence and research, I said, here it is. And like I said, I put $100,000 to work first. Okay, that was around February. And when I saw what you guys delivered for me, now that I'm looking at that one, I was convinced that, hey, now I can put the big chunk of my money behind it because it actually works. That $100,000 went to a few drawdowns because everybody know that during the summer time frame around those, May, June, July, the market was rough. And, and I sit through those drawdowns because I'm investing for the long term, right? Like with my 401k, I saw huge drawdowns as well. But Jason was telling us, hey, do not get panicked. Trust what I'm saying. I know how the market works. I can see the micros and the macros of the uh,
Right. The
investment out there
financial
of the
system.
market.
Yep.
Yeah. So he said, do not panic, do not sell. Just if you have more money, just keep adding a little bit at a time. Oh boy, and that's what I did because I knew that he was dead on. And man, right now we're just seeing the results of the pretty much waiting and waiting here since I would say midsummer, and now it's just blown out of the way. It's amazing the profits that we've gotten, and that was that's what the confidence that I had when I started putting that 7 figures behind you guys. It was that because I saw myself how these portfolios held during those rough months in the summer. You know, I
Right.
noticed it.
During the drawdown.
If I would have exactly, if I would have kept my money in the previous portfolio that I had on my own, which was tech stocks, penny stocks and biotech stocks and all that stuff, which is very volatile, I would have been down those months even more than when that I was with you guys with your portfolio, and I would have, of course, I would have for sure would have sold it, and I would have lost money. But here I had somebody guiding me, like Jason, basically he was taking care of my psychology, my trading psychology, not to get afraid and just trust what he was saying. That's what I did. And man, the
Yep.
rewards have been amazing.
Yep. And it's just fun to invest like a billionaire, right? Counterbalance your alongside risk. On down days you're going,
That's,
wow, there's that play
yeah.
picking up for me, right?
That's the best part. As John mentioned earlier, and I think you mentioned it as well. Just the fact that I can sleep very, very well at night, knowing that if something happened around the world and the market just opened down like what 20-15%, that I'm going to be okay because I have my hedge in there. Oh boy, that security just it makes you sleep like a baby at night, knowing that hey, it doesn't matter what happened. I know I'm secure because I have the hedging. My portfolio have that risk parity in place, and I don't have to worry. And if you go talk to a lot of other investors out there, and like you said earlier, if you mention to them what risk parity is and if their portfolios are secure, most of the people don't know. They don't understand this. They don't know what they're doing. They're just gambling, picking penny stocks and all that kind of stuff.
All
And when
right.
you tell them something that actually makes sense, they don't understand what you're talking about. I didn't know, and I've been trading for a long time. And you guys exposed me to risk parity, having your portfolio balance. I said, well, this is what I needed. And now that I
Right.
found it, boy, I'm here, man.
I love it, Edgar. It's so cool. And it's so neat to watch your evolution of your education and your confidence, right? Over the year.
Yes, sir.
It's just been incredible. So great job, Edgar. Pretty cool, guys. Edgar's now made 400,000 just in 2021 alone. That puts him in the 0.1 percentile bracket of global earners. So awesome. And Alexis, welcome into the webinar here, newly joined. Okay, guys. So the whole point now is to help you guys put some money to work. Okay, that's the whole point of what we do. And so what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to basically call out a couple things up here with my drawing tool. Okay, so right here, guys, you're going to see the number of shares. And then also on this column, you're going to see our defensive tickers. I'm going to do that in purple. And then you're going to see our offensive tickers in green. Okay, and that way you have your defense in place and you can be like Edgar, have 7 figures in the market and sleep like a baby because you don't care, because you know you're going to actually make money from a stock crash for the first time in your life if it happens. Okay, and once again, guys, we're not looking for a stock crash. Okay, and there's a lot of idiots out there that don't understand that the markets can go higher into new all-time highs. There's so many idiots that don't understand that. And there's so many idiots out there saying that the market's going to crash because this, that, or the other. But they don't understand quantitative easing. They don't understand what the Fed's doing to control. They don't even understand that our Fed controls our entire financial ecosystem. It's $120 trillion, by the way. That's our bond market, our stock markets, the value of precious metals, and the value of the US dollar. They control all four. Okay. And they're punishing 4 asset classes right now and rewarding 1. They're rewarding the equity holders. Okay. And if you're smart enough to own cryptocurrency, they're giving you more of a reward there. Okay. Okay. So guys, if you have $100,000 in cash today, this is what you're going to build out immediately. Okay. And so I'm just going to frame this so you guys can see this. Okay. So with your $100,000, this is exactly what you do. Okay. This is the exact portfolio you put to work. So I type in that 100,000, guys, and it shows you the number of shares once again. Okay. And I'm going to grab my highlighter here. So the number of shares shown right here. If you're going to do a $100,000 investment test, guys, you're going to buy 258 shares of UVXY. That is our crash insurance position. Okay. And while we're using the colors here, guys, to help you understand what side of the portfolio is what. So UVXY, well, that's for your crash insurance. The allocation currently is 4%, and the number of shares currently in price is irrelevant. Okay, and the number of shares is 258. Okay, now on the long side, folks, okay, this is really important to understand what we have for the long side. This is in our most aggressive portfolio. Now, if you guys want other portfolios that are less aggressive, we'll show you what those look like in a minute. Okay, so what we're going to do now, folks, is look at Ethereum. Okay, and once again, we have the offensive tickers here. So ETHE is an easy way to buy exposure into Ethereum with your stock account today and within seconds. You don't have to go through all the security hassle and all the BS that comes along with the crypto accounts currently. Okay, because it's kind of hard to set up those accounts. And gosh, I've heard so many horror stories of people that don't know what they're doing, losing a lot of money. But it's really cool, guys. You all know how to buy and sell stocks. That's why you're in this webinar. And if you don't, just call your broker. They'll teach you how to buy and sell the positions. Super easy. Okay. But these are what all these plays, guys, in the long side exposure. Okay. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. But so now that I have all of them up on the screen, what we're going to do here now, guys, is now let's go take a look at our long side assets, right? So our offensive. It's again defensive. That's what keeps us safe. Offensive. This is where we're putting our money to make the most money over the long term. Okay. Now Ethereum, guys, talk about that first. This is the fastest growing piece of technology that exists on planet Earth today. Once again, with your Fidelity, TD Ameritrade account, Schwab account, any brokerage out there, guys, Webull, Robinhood, it doesn't matter. You can punch in these positions. If you're going to test out 100,000, okay, and I would tell you, look, every single person I know that's used 100,000 in the past month, guys, has made more than the cost of our membership fee within 2 weeks. Every single person I've talked to. Okay, so I'd encourage you, look, test at least 100 grand. A lot of you guys have 100 grand sitting in your sitting in your account today. Now, if you don't have 100 grand, scale this down to cut this down by a tenth and buy that many shares. But once again, ETHE, you're gonna be buying. It's a 62% position. This is the asset we are by far and away the most bullish on over the next decade, over the next year, over the end of the year, Q1, you name it. You name any time frame, guys. Long term, we are most bullish on this asset. Okay, 62% allocation. That is heavy there. Okay, this is our most aggressive strategy, mind you. Okay, this is the one that's up 347%. Okay, you'd be buying 1,332 shares of ETHE. Okay, you put that in your brokerage. Once it fills, you're done. Okay, in RGU, guys, you have a 26% position. Okay, you'd be buying 129 shares. Well, why is that? Why is that in the portfolio, guys? It's to benefit from inflation. Look, so we all know that the cost of every single item at the grocery store has skyrocketed, absolutely skyrocketed since the pandemic has started for various financial reasons. We all see that pump at the price at the pump. Okay, when we go get our gas, all those costs are just insane. But Our clients don't care about inflation because they're making a fortune from it. Okay. And a small fortune. John, how much have you made from inflation, bud, percentage wise since you waited in? You up 100% on this thing?
Sorry, what's the question?
Oh, on NRGU, what's your percentage gain in like a month or something?
I entered at 119 on my Roth account, which I got, as you know, I got 2 weeks before.
Right.
The other account was a little bit higher, but yeah, I should have got it in at 119.
Nice. And then so that's like a 80% gain. Something
Yeah,
roughly in a,
yeah. And, you know, like you were just discussing with Edgar, I talk to people all the time, and they tell me, you know, NRGU just made this crazy run. It was at 85, and now it's just pushing 200. How much higher can it go? That's another question I get a lot.
nice and great, John. I love that you're bringing on these questions. Yeah, guys. So a couple good things to know, right? So oil and gas companies are still trading at about a 25-year discount from where they've ever traded historically. So that's good thing to know, number one. Good thing to know, number two, guys. This ETF, NRGU, about 2 years ago was trading $840 a share. It's still in the 200s. So there's a lot more upside to come on this one, guys. Okay. And John, has your offset for inflation, how much you've made on NRGU, has that offset anything that any grocery or gas cost that's gone up for you? Like your profit compared to what you've had to pay for food and gas and all that stuff?
Yeah, it has. You know,
Yeah, because inflation in that time has crept up, what, another 1 to 2%, but you're up 80% on your NRGU play.
yeah, and you know, I mean, it sure seems like inflation is more at the store, but
Right.
yeah.
Because we all remember what we paid for eggs, a year ago, 2 years ago, right?
Well, the one that's the most obvious to me is we go to Costco, and I like to cook ribs. It's kind of one of my things. And there's
Right.
a package I've always bought, and it's always been $30. And then we went the other day, a month or two ago, whatever, and it was 50 something dollars. And it was just like, wow, you know,
Yep.
so glaring, just right in your face that that's a huge percentage increase.
Yep. Yep. Well, I think it sounds like you're outrunning inflation by about 40x. So I think you're doing pretty good.
Yep,
With the
gotta keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're getting the whole game now. Cool, guys. REMX, another really cool play. Beautiful. And I'll talk about the long side exposure here and how we counterbalance this. So we have two plays for inflation, guys. These are going to be shorter term positions. Okay. But we're really bullish on these as well. What's the best way to hedge our long side risk in Ethereum? Well, guys, that's one of the risks to Ethereum, okay, is not having enough rare earth metals on the earth to support technology. Okay. And if you didn't know, folks, every single computer component on planet Earth uses a ton of rare earth metals. Okay. So if we counterbalance our Ethereum simply with the people that make all the rare earth metals, guess what? We've just helped to insulate ourselves a little bit. Pretty cool, right? And then we can counterbalance our growth play with our value play with NRGU. And sure, guys, yeah, it's moved up, okay, this year, sure. But guess what? From 2 years ago, it's still down 75%. So there's a heck of a lot more left in the tank on this one, okay? So very good. And a lot of people say, well, Dean, isn't Ethereum just constantly breaking out into new all-time highs this entire year? Is it too late? No, absolutely not, folks. Okay. And I would tell you, look, yeah, sure, it's ran a lot. I've watched so many core investments in my life run a lot, get positioned into them, and watch them run a heck of a lot farther. Okay. I love Stanley Druckenmiller's quote actually on this. That every time an asset ran 10% and an asset class ran 10% and he thought he missed it, and then watched it go up, 10x over the next few years. He said, it's about the third or fourth time you watch that happen, and you stop worrying about missing the 10%. I've personally been able to experience that as well. It's awesome. Okay. So this guy's missing out on Ethereum today. It was like missing buying Microsoft in the 1980s or buying Apple in the 1980s, at the end of the 1980s. Okay. And honestly, it was Ethereum's still so young. It's just incredible how young this project is, and you know, the use of the technology is insane. Everything in AI, artificial intelligence, every market is going to be really disrupted by this technology, guys. Every single one that exists today. This is the future. Okay, this is the future of technology, and you can buy it right now. And it's just really cool, guys. So that's how simple it is. Look, four positions, right? To invest your 100,000, 158 shares of UVXY once again, or I'm sorry, 258 shares of UVXY, ETHE, 1,335, NRGU, 129, REMX, 65. You go push all these into your brokers, guys. Boom, you're testing risk parity in a matter of minutes. Okay, that's it. Super, super simple. So Harry, Alexis, John, guys, any questions on the portfolio? It's really simple to put together. Okay, I just wanted to see if we had any questions at all. So super simple, guys. This is the, and we'll look through some numbers here. Now, Alexis, Harry, guys, feel free to go ahead and unmute your microphones or type in your questions. Okay, feel free to go ahead and do that. Okay, cool. All right, looking good. Oh, cool. Yeah, John, I did figure out how to promote you to the panelist too. So you're now a panelist as well. Cool. I actually didn't know I could do that. Very cool. All right, guys. So very, very good. And Alexis, Harry, any questions on this portfolio, gentlemen? Super simple, guys. This thing is just going to scream into the end of the year, into Q1. And this position, folks, we're going to hold for our lifetime, right? This is one of the ones you want to make 20, 30, 40, 50 times your money on. Okay, during your lifespan. And sure, you know, double your money maybe in the next 6 months on it too. Sure, maybe more. Okay. NRGU is going to be shorter term, guys. We have these to benefit from inflation and also counterbalance our long side risk with growth. And then we protect everything with our crash insurance. Okay, so simple, very cool. And so beautiful presentation here today, guys. Alexis, Harry, Edgar, John, any questions, guys, before we hop off today? What a fun webinar though, guys. Holy moly. Edgar, killer. $400,000 profit, man. That is nothing to joke about. That is incredible. All right, guys. So really quick, if you have any questions, give me a call, 505-322-7515. If you want to, you know, and hop onto the team, guys, just call me. Okay, I'll be happy to get you that pass to save you 15 grand. Okay, and oh, I forgot to tell you guys about our special bonus too, guys. Almost forgot about that. All right, so the bonus alert, guys, get a free one-on-one session with Jason Cox, our Chief Investment Officer, when you join our team. It's a $2,000 value free when you upgrade today. Okay, so you're gonna get a one-on-one session with Jason, the same gentleman that's led this portfolio up 347% this year. So make sure to save my number and call me if you have any questions at all, guys. It's 505-322-7515. Okay, just an important note, guys, we only allow 3 clients to join our team each day. In the seminar now, going to message you the $15,000 lifetime savings pass now in the chat. Okay, so very good. So Alexis and Harry, I'm going to both send you both the lifetime discount, okay, to save 15 grand. I'm also going to send you the annual discount so you can save 2 grand. Okay, so very good. And so Alexis, I'm sending that to you right now, bud. Okay, so click on either one of those blue links, depending on if you want to do the annual or the lifetime. Harry, thank you, sir, for joining us today. I'm sending you your in your chat box there. You have both the discounts, and you can save the 15 grand. Okay. But guys, if you're watching on YouTube, you're watching the recorded version, give me a call, 505-322-7515. All right, on behalf of my partners and I, thank you kindly for taking the time to join us today. We hope you learned a few things and started making some money with our portfolios. All right, folks, in the webinar now, click the link in the chat box to get signed up and join our team. Once again, if you're watching the video on YouTube, guys, give me a call at 505-322-7515. Any last questions? And want to thank you all kindly from the bottom of my heart. Once again, this is Dean Gallagher, partner with Portfolio Builder, guys. And my picture is up on the screen there. I'm in the center. Okay. So look forward to your call when you do call, 505-322-7515. And so I'm the chief investment consultant here with the firm team. Really had a good time making people a lot of money and helping them understand what risk parity is. And also, Jason, our chief investment officer, guys, he's really the person that leads our company, okay, and the portfolio structures. He's our founder and the chief investment officer. So look forward to working with you all. Ryan, guys, another gentleman you'll see right here on the screen. He's our chief technical director. He makes everything so easy for you guys to use, okay? And you can literally follow everything we do from your cell phone from anywhere in the world. It's really, really cool. On behalf of my partners and I, thank you kindly for taking the time to join us today. We hope you learned a few things and started making some money with our portfolios. And once again, team, feel free to give me a call with any questions. That number is 505-322-7515. Look forward to speaking with you, folks. Give me a call. Here's to happiness, health, and wealth. Have a wonderful day, team. And we will see you guys back on Wednesday for another live webinar, guys. Look forward to helping you make money in the safest manner possible. Have a wonderful day, team. Thank you kindly for your time.